So we'll look how he's adapted, Vince. It's been a little while, right? It's been a couple months. Let's see what they're looking like. New roster here on Ancient. We'll slide into things. Pistol on your screens. AMKAL on the CT side. GamerLegion with S-Time lurking behind all of them inside of Donut. I wanted to take a bite out of them, but not happening. The A site could be an issue here.
Oh, Icy's putting those Julies to use, though. Gets 2 before he's found and sent packing. Crad keeping the dream alive from the donut area. Now, the players do favor GamerLegion at this point, but they have the ace up the sleeve, and that's Flammers, the explosive Russian, capable of just carving a path through heads. But Crad and Forrester lock it down, and AMKAL secure the first round of the best of 3.
How low can you go? Ooh. S-Time could be going pretty high when it comes to stacking up the cash. Oh no! It's worst case Ontario. He's farmed up 4 frags there.
And a lot of those do go close, but it's not a map and necessarily fantastic one. So it feels to me that GamerLegion do need to get a stranglehold over Ancient here, as Forrester just pummeling Snacks through the smoke, down to 21, finished off by the HE.
Brad looking over the top of the smoke, able to strike against Slend. And all in all, pretty clean so far. The mop and bucket has come out, and they've been able to wipe them away like a spilt drink. It's only Flammers and Volt that are left. Oh, hello, Icy. Oh, mate. What's going on there? Delayed reactions on the response. And the AWPer, for the T side of GamerLegion, finds success with the Kalashnikov. Now, he's made an entry into A. Oh, timing goes a little bit wrong for him. Just as he spots the run out on CT, he tries to drop the smoke down and buy himself some space towards Donut. Volt could still have a bit of a round here, Vince. We've seen him win these sort of rounds before on B-site Ancient. Gets the bomb down, smoke off to buy time for the rotate. Forrester wants to get ahead of it. Oh, takes the fight. Laboured spray. Volt brought down to 41. His first of 2 flashbangs thrown out, repositions on the close angle. They peek into him and find success. So limited casualties there, a bomb plant at least, but no round.
Yeah, it gives them opportunities going into the next couple of rounds here. You can see the frustration on Volt's face, because like he knew there was a way forward. If he gets that first kill in the 1v3 where he sees a player peek up from short, that he could have won that round. It's one where you have full faith in your own abilities, you feel like you can get it done. But ultimately, as you mentioned, at least a post plant comes in. It's not a complete loss in that regard. Nice effort, but AMKAL.
And I think obviously the mentality of it, it's a huge part of CS, isn't it? That sort of human side of controlling your emotions. One of the players actually that kind of summarizes that, Flammers, the newer addition for GamerLegion. Even in the games we were commentating back in the groups here for the global finals, you could see he wears his heart on his sleeve. If he's having a rough round, if he's feeling like he's kind of been outplayed, you'll see him giving it. There'll be some choice words coming out of his mouth, so if you can read lips, you're in for a treat when spectating Flammers. Ooh, right now, though, you're in for a treat for his fragging. Here's the head off of Icy. Shuts down the iceberg on the A site. Crad assists S-Name back towards CT and puts the punish on Slend. So this leaves GamerLegion in a pretty compromised position. You've already slipped Snacks inside of the donut, and Andu's here to support. He's yet to get himself off the starting line. Utility-wise, smoke and a flash to work with, just under 50 seconds. 2 of the 3 available CTs of AMKAL are in a pretty good position to play off of this one, though. They'll have information, especially once that bomb's tapped. S-Time will be close inside of the temple. Might double peek CT. They find the free frag on Crad. Okay. Are they aware of the backpedal? They're going to smoke off Donut, sure. Snacks is looking for the angle. They're playing it perfectly, Vince.
Oh, this is exquisite. GamerLegion look dead and buried in this round, but they've just managed to put the grit into play. Still a way forward for Travis, but he's nailed by Snacks. A 2K in the round.
Quite an interesting quarter-final we've been given, really, with the duality of these 2 teams. Ooh, this could get a little bit messy, though. That instant Molotov sizzling everyone as they push up. You're being funneled straight into Crad. HE's going to tag him and slow him down. Andu's committing to attempt to get the bomb plant off, but a pre-fire from Forrester straight into the default will be able to remove that outcome. Volt has to recover the bomb. Spots him on the cross. S-Name jumped over, hoping that the Molotov was enough to shroud him. And it all falls to the young gun. Icy, 1v2, breaks the smoke himself. Molotov fluffs that one, makes it harder for him to stick to the play he wanted to go for. Utility-wise, he's got a Molotov kit. They pick it up and find success there on a quicker play.
One of the reasons I love watching Flammer so much is because I feel like in some aspects, and like if you disagree with this, by all means, Jackie, chip in, because I'm curious if it's just me.
And if things go wrong, you'll see the way it looks on him. Oh. They're trying to go for the cheeky boost at the back line for Travis. He's going to be flicked upon. Okay, saved by the bell. Chip damage, but no denial as Slen's warp is revealed towards the bottom of the ramp. Obviously, for what it is, Vince, I mean, it's relying very heavily on Icy here. Either keep that warp alive into the next, or make the showstopper of a play. He's on the close angle towards ramp. Bit of backup. One Deagle waiting behind him. It's actually P250. His teammates are burning, though. If they swing together, it could be curtains for Icy.
Antis Brownville wants to try and deliver. And deliver he shall with 2, but that's probably not good enough.
All right. He has not the worst thing in the world. Finds 2.
Nice, man. Like, considering that he baited them in for that P250 to go to work, but the problem is, though, Jackie, only Forrester remains with the USP. What can he realistically get done from this position? Nothing.
Yeah. It's very placed in his best here. He thrives under the pressure, the chaos of it all. Okay, this is a smart read as well. They pre-smoke, so if you do get the Molotov out there, you can just play on the edge of it and go for the boost over for the fight.
Very important opening kill from Travis there. Considering that Slender's already been chipped away down to 44 HP. A rough start for GamerLegion in this round. They managed to slowly but surely build brick by brick back into this half. Of course, you were talking about the passion, etc. It was Flammus that smashed his desk earlier when we saw him on his player cam after missing out on a chance. He had a bit of a whiff spray. So very emotional kind of player. There we go, just runs into Icy.
Oh, mate. Okay. Where do we go from here then? It's just Snacks and Slend. Will it be 8 for them? Looking alright here on Ancient.
There's been a certain ebb and flow to how this map has gone so far. Like, obviously, Amcal started out with 4 rounds in a row. Off the back of the pistol, it was looking... There's another one.
Burn another 20 seconds off the clock. Meanwhile, down ramp, there is a kerfuffle occurring. Travis and Forrester with the opening picks. It's GamerLegion not really being able to spread their legs towards the B site whatsoever. And the other prong just trapped. You know, like you said, those smokes going up, just continuing to cycle them. So the mid control paying off massively. And you're able to posture off, set yourself up towards the sights as well. Slend has the bomb on his back. He's had a few opportunities to try and play a card towards the B site. Flammus caught on the rotate as well. Forrester peeked his head up from Red Room. There's the flick back. That's classic Slend. But what can you do from here? Volt and Slend. Left in the clutch, 40 seconds on the timer. Nades to play with, HE, flashbang, and defuse kits in the palms of Amcal. Off angle towards the left-hand side for Icy. Suspect about this push. Volt has to get the instant headshot off, can't afford to take damage, and suffers a lot of it. Makes him far easier now of a target to go down to Crad.
Yeah, exactly. He may have got the upper hand against Icy, but he's a bullet away from death, and their team should have him dead to rights. 12 seconds left. Can't hard clear this angle. The flick from Slend missing. It would have been a hell of a shot, to be fair to him. They obviously feel confident in their own abilities, but it's the exact identical same setup to start off with double mollies onto elbow, smoke behind it, and a push through the smoke from Crad. Flashbang though lands in his eyes. It's up against him and Snacks will prevail. That is going to alleviate some of the pressure on middle. It allows him to two-prong attack it. And now Sustain may be in a lot of trouble if he goes into this wide swing. It could be into his demise. It surprises me he went for that play, especially as Forrester was smoked off.
Oh, I mean, he might be smoked off, Vince, but that doesn't mean he can't get more headshots. Oh, Travis as well. Smites back on Snacks. It was looking so good for GamerLegion here on the 11th initially. But the dominoes falling. And they set their focus back on the B site. Going to go for the wrap round. Forrester, paranoid towards Red Room, just in case someone's got ahead of Icy. Everyone's here, splunking through the cave. They reveal themselves. Snapshot from Vault. That's a big connection. If Travis did damage there, it could have been around for Amcal. But with the chain of events we've seen, it should leave Icy in a really horrific 1v3 attempt. All the nades he could hope for, but with the Shadow giving him away, Slend waiting for the fight, you would have thought it would have been over there. Hits the first, powering himself up. That nade could finish off Andu, but it goes wide. Dash towards long. 25 HP on him. Volt wants to peek off his teammate's contact. Icy smoking the bomb. Getting their backs a little bit paranoid now. Making the round harder to read. There's a gap in the smoke and Andu knows all about it. Headshot found and GamerLegion picked that one up.
Yeah, it wasn't a great smoke, was it? It kind of almost one-wayed him. And so it just goes to show they didn't need a tactical timeout, Jackie. They got it done themselves. It was a bit of a scrappy one, but they end up getting the success. And they're bypassing this smoke, but Icy is not going to miss those shots. Those are gimmies.
Well, that's the info he was looking for. He dashed the molly. Backup works well to at least convert onto the other players. And again, just a few mere seconds into the round, GamerLegion are brought down to just Slend and Snacks. We've been in this position multiple times. Snacks isn't even here to back up his boy. Icy with a peek round the corner. He saw the wince on Slend's face as he pulled the trigger with the AWP there. He's waiting for the push, but Travis playing passive. Ooh, timing on it. Sneaking suspicion someone is pushing down the ramp. They lock horns. Snacks. He wants to bait him in, tease him. But the real play is the setup towards the A site with the rest of the squad rip-roaring out through Donut and A main. Travis also finds the pick on Flammers, giving them an extra entry point through Red Room. They don't have to take it, but it confuses GamerLegion. Makes it harder to mount this retake without giving some of their resources to watching the potential push. And Icy continues. P250. Yeah, you best believe that was an X-ray.
Just fall back into main as well. All the pressure is on GamerLegion in their 3-on-5. Flash is good. It buys them up a little bit of move. Or room, I should say, to move into. They've done that with 2 frags. Could be a third. Estame is having a bit of a struggle here, and Andu punishes him with the dualies. They may not have a kit between the two of them, but it's not as if the T's know about that one just yet. Going to go back onto it again. Now they have picked up the kit in the hands of Andu, but there's not enough time on the clock. AMKAL have just done enough to secure themselves the 9th round, and there will be no save weapon or Kevlar either, as the bomb finishes off the rest.
And thing is, time's kind of running out, right? You know, you've got 3 rounds you can concede, and then this map is dead in the water, and we go next. And where's the innovation? Where's it going to come in? And also, how do you support it with the cash just constantly being so rough? You're not really being able to spread your wings. At least the hero M4 this time finds the opening pick, but they're out. They're already towards the site. You've got utility to block off CT, block off Donut. You can get the molly ahead of it as well. With the back of the smoke, Volt. He gives him the audio cue. The magazine barely running dry as Volt strikes with a headshot. Icy clashes back with the AK, and the flank of Forrester denied by Andu's Deagle.
Oh, wounds are being clipped in this round at least. From what looked like a formality, a chance for AMKAL to leap onto the finish line. They now find themselves on 3. And GamerLegion are in real trouble.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, it never feels like you're out of the woods, does it? AK's brought up. Kevlar. They throw the vests on their chests. GamerLegion. Early default utility. Nice deep mid Molotov. Tons of tick damage there as it burns off the initial push. Followed up by the HE, but the problem is Icy gets the peak. Oh, Vince, that's a big frag on Flammers. And again, he continues to beat him out in his one CT anti.
When you're in a 4v5 disadvantage, this is so grim if you're on the CT side. You need Snacks to have impact here in Cave.
We saw the barrel spray, nearly went off target, but he hits that one and makes the smart call, backs off, doesn't outstay his welcome. Slend is given an opportunity to strike as well. Travis taken down, and they're bailing on it. Footsteps would have been heard by Snacks. He's hot on their tail and knows he can go for the peak, lines up the connection onto Icy. and the follow-up frag as well. It's all down to Crad now inside of Red Room. Slend with a scope, primed and ready for that one.
Died.
And the thing is, it's all well and good being able to win those kind of rounds. Obviously, AMKAL, you just go for the 5-man push. We all jump out through B, try and draw off the crosshairs when you know your default util on CT side. But it's rounds like this where it's far harder. Oh, and the flashbangs causing issues for either team. He gets down the ramp, but the spray goes off. All up into the wall. Paranoia kicking in and leaves it in a really rough position. Damage out. Peek at the last possible second. Use the util to force him off the angle. Slend is got to be heroic now. Scoped into the first. Spacing's not quite there. Wide peek on the backside corner for Crab, but they've got close. That's the most important part. They overwhelm him. They get the nades down now, and you're in a 3v2.
Yeah, they got a smoke and a Molotov for Temple. And the CT side, respectively. It's a good grenade. With 35 seconds, should be a plant. Not much that Volt can do about this one. He's going to try and snake his way through the smoke, though. Nearly finds the timing, but damage done through the box. With the Molotov bouncing off the back wall. It could be enough to draw out Crad, but the kill from Icy through the box onto Volt.
Last player can guarantee that one. So now 2 rounders is all they need. Quicker play. Snacks, we've seen him aggressive inside of the cave, but he can never really get control of lane. Each time they're finding a way to shut him down with the default Molotovs round the corner, keep pressure on him with the flashbangs. They cycle in a player. 1-for-1 trade from either team, leaves us in a 4v4. AMKAL again at an advantage early. Slend, heads up maneuver, peeks just before the plume of the smoke, breaks it, looking for a follow-up frag. Problem is, Flamus overzealous on the reface round towards Donut Vince. We're down to a 3v3.
Yeah, he's hoping that Slend on that second shot was going to draw away fire and he can make the most of it in that moment. And this kind of comes back to what we were talking about, you know, like he'll live fast and he'll die young. He has the opportunity to just set rounds alight, but at the same time, if he's not dialed in and tempered back, does have the tendency to overextend and give his life away needlessly. And this is not an ideal position or timing to pull this one off. Flashes and mollies tossed to the back, but Andu can still hold his angle in the alcove. 1v1 trade, but Travis on the peak nails him, puts him down, and also onto Slend. Volt in no position to do him save.
Moving their way up, bringing the thunder here on Ancient, and putting themselves with 12 rounds on the board. GamerLegion. What do you get done, Vince, man? How do you even find your way back into this one? Volt basically being the hero AK, the Kalashnikov that's got to do it all and then some, with a team that has very fragmented money. Andu with 5.2, 3.7 for Flamus and Snacks, Slend down to just 2k. And that was them taking an opportunity to converse with the coach of GamerLegion. Unfortunately, I don't think this was the game plan. Flamus again towards middle, just not able to get that entry. They invest so much into it. Snags, he's always taking so much damage from the aggressive utility as well. They throw out. They don't even have to push into the cave to be able to get control here towards the lane. Slem with the upgraded M4 that was dropped over to him. Good for at least 1 pick. So it is a 4v4, but with how much commotion's already happened just a few seconds into the round, and the bomb nowhere near being spotted, you got to feel that this one could get messy. Although it's Snacks that causes the issues. The MP9, up close and personal. Volt re-instigating the potential that GamerLegion could get themselves an 8th here. Now the lone survivor. It's been hard. It's been really hard for him to have complete control towards the B site. And that's like AMKAL as well, not even being overly zealous in the way they're playing it in terms of the quicker timings, like playing off of spawns for a faster hit. They're going for a quicker hit, speeding up the pace towards the A site. They clear the boost, they want to roam their way in. 2-player setup towards mid. You've left A site completely open, playing for the choke points instead. They found the welcome at Vint, and they've walked in with very muddy shoes.
That's exactly what I was talking about, mate. They've been conditioned so much to this cave catwalk mid-push. Eventually, AMKAL were going to just throw everything into this A side. All guns blazing. They've got the utility to go for a retake, but they need the opening picks. And it's Estain that comes in with a Tech 9. Flamus returns the favor, but good post-plant positions, including an AWP in main, is going to be difficult to deal with. Icy's not missed many shots so far. The shadow betrays him, but Flamus so fast on that entry as Travis spins around on a top, takes 2. Could very well secure this map, but Andu death from above shuts him down, and with the kit, It's going to be close, but he could have this defuse just in time, picks it up, and GamerLegion live to fight another day. Forrester also tagged exceptionally low, though. AMKAL tentative, wondering on what to do next, and a well-placed smoke is going to deny the initial push. They may try and flash and just force their way through this. They're hungry for the opportunity. S-Dame is putting bullets down range and is landing a little bit onto Snacks. 30 seconds left, though. They do have the forward position in red, courtesy of Krat's position, who can try and lock down the rotational pieces as he pushes straight in. He knows his player's up close. Flamus at low HP should be a goner. A second player behind him in the form of Andu. He's cutting off the reinforcements from the rest of the pack, and it puts Slend all to do, but he only needs to survive. 10 seconds on the clock. If he can get another one and deny this bomb plant, that could be huge. Oh, he gets a collat, and then shuts Icy down afterwards. Slend wins the round by himself.
Slend, the superstar. That is despicable, Vince. The lineup. They play into his hands. There's been a few awkward moments when they've gone for the aggression down ramp. Hopefully this isn't going to be one of them. Testing the waters of the A site. Volt has to read this right. If he calls for an overextension and over-rotate, that's where the problems could arise. Movement on display. Takes the little peek off of the elevated angle. Slend supports Andu, the tripwire. Finally lays down his decisive blow. The MAC-10 takes him out of commission, but Snacks is waiting, spamming, shuts down the man, and leaves it all on Forrester. 30 seconds, bomb cold on the ground, a 1 versus 3, and Slend, he kept them in the game, and he will take them to overtime.
Deal with the fact that you had 5 chances to put GamerLegion down, and you were unable to do it, even in clutches, even in rounds you probably should have won. They've got the opening pick here, though, onto Flamus. And in doing so, it puts Volt in an awkward position. He has no one to play off. He needs to fall back sooner or later. Andu gets aggressive, and he meets the same fate.
I see. Making noise and planting seeds of doubt towards cave. Snacks, here with a scythe, ready to swing and claim his harvest if they push into his crosshair. Using utility towards middle, making them believe this is a late play back towards the A site and it's not a ruse. That's exactly the call they're going for. Bomb has been picked up by Icy. He wraps the whole way through T-spawn, giving no opportunity for the audio cue, but Slend, he's got the visual. Spots them inside of Donut. Knows one man's here. Flash round the corner, but it's not going to work how they wanted to. It's not a popper for him to peek. It slows down the flank and means that they can make their move out through A main. Slend, when's the penny going to drop? Turns round towards the site. They're right in his face, but it's the shot from the back line that slays him. Volt on the walk up, playing off the timing. Pre-fire around the corner, sprints in, looks to deny the plant. Backstab's going to work for the tease, and it's just Snacks. Can't guarantee the round going for this one, so he backpedals and opts to save.
5 rounds in a row, GamerLegion picked up the dying embers of regulation, but the first round of OT is going the way of AMKAL.
You just hope as well that all of that momentum, all of that energy that was used, and the added blessing of a tiny bit of luck in some situations, helping GamerLegion through that half, hasn't left them with anything in the tank going into OT. Snacks, reeled in, hook, line and sinker on the swing, peppers them, puts the seasoning on lane, but will not be able to take anyone down. 32, 25 and 40 HP. Finally, the opening frag for GamerLegion is established, but look what they've got left. Slend, trapped in cave, and Volt with 25 to his name on the sprint round from Red Room. This is a round that's dead in the water.
What happened at the start of this round? Was it Flamus that was just stood in a Molotov trying to jump up onto Catwalk for like 5 seconds, nearly burnt alive, then got finished off with an AK?
Yeah,
it's just so sketchy, like, so rough. You've just won 5 in a row, and yet if you just tuned in, you think it was AMKAL that just saved their bacon. Because it's all them dictating the pace again. Just unbelievable. GamerLegion have to hold on to this M4. Slend's down at 1500. can drop an AWP across.
He sees Flamus on the walk-in through cave. Can't connect the shots, though.
May have drawn away a couple of players, though. But actually, it's the opposite. They're sending 2 players to mid. Flamus getting some success early on, giving GamerLegion a chance, a glimmer of hope in this round. Maybe they can get at least 1 going into the second half of OT. The timing, ooh, Andu nearly snatched off more than he could chew. He thought he'd finished the first frag off. Fortunately, he doesn't get punished for it. This hit and run yielding a 4v2, but Forrester could find Andu with grenades out. Not the case. He puts them back onto the belt and shifts out with the AK. Travis has had some really solid aim over the duration, but a 1v4, maybe a bridge too far. Down he goes to the hands of Flamus. GamerLegion will make sure the clean sweep does not come into play. Just weren't at the races for most of the first half. And Amcal getting aggressive again. Forrester passing bullets through the smoke. Coming out worse for wear, though, is Travis. He's down to 50. They've lost the first player in the form of Crad. There's ways forward for GamerLegion, but Estain locks it down on mid.
The battle of attrition continues, and Snacks takes the initiative, putting a bullet right between the eyes of Travis, someone that has been a thorn in their side again and again. Flash over the top, denies the wide swing. Snacks can't make the info play. Smoke to buy time. HE round the corner, clears the close angle on short, but no joy there. The T's are playing passive. They've got the bomb down, set up in post plants, and this should be a 14th for them. It would have to be something absolutely miraculous and a frag gifted to the CT side. Forrester pushes through the molly. Hot feet, but fragged out from Snacks. We've seen the 1v2. They give him the swing, and Snacks beheads him. GamerLegion equalize the score.
20. How did Amcal bounce back after conceding the first CT round of their overtime? Icy's getting aggressive outside, but not having anyone up in the catwalk's a problem. Takes the shot, falls back. Success onto Flamus.
Well, that's building, culminating on a late B hit. They've got the nades for it. Block off long, block off short. Molly on the default angle towards cave, make it uncomfortable. Crad opts to push further forward, tries to get an initial read on the round. Spamming shots through the smoke to give himself vision, diving through the air. The crosshairs are flicked off Andu. Hits the first head, puts the brick to the face of Travis, and leaves them in a 4v4. CT's in a must-win retake now against GamerLegion's sight hold.
Oh, 2 kills back to back, 1 through the smoke. Amcal reignite. And Snacks stuck in cave. Slen needs impact on the ramp. Snacks fully flashed off. And Slen's given his position away. Flicking, how did that miss? It looked like it was dead on. Tech9 whipped out. Can he try and clutch again? It would have been a miracle. And this time his prayers were not answered with any collaterals. Oh, Forrester takes a shot through the smoke. Dropped down to 37. Can count himself lucky to be alive. But Icy also returns fire while flashed. Flamus dropped down to 26. And Estain nearly had him dead to rights, but just spots a pixel darting towards red. At least it's information gathered and finishes off Flamus afterwards. Smoke down is going to stop any retaliation.
What is happening on this mid scrap? So many small instances, near timings, repeats. Everybody giving it. This is overtime Counter-Strike. Everything's gone out the window. It's getting messy. It's getting scrappy. There's right hooks being thrown all over the shop. And time potentially becomes another issue to focus on. 45 seconds on the clock. They clear their angle. Snacks is walking up. Finds the pixel peak with a backup of Andu. Krad's head splattered. Travis closer on his angle. But Andu, he's not content with just one Vince. Takes another man down. Travis on a spin around, head on a swivel, softens them up, 10 and 12 HP on 2 of the T's, and the CTs are trying to pull off this retake. They're getting aggressive on this one.
Oh, what a shot by Andu, though. Holds it down with 10, and now it's down to Icy in a 1-on-3. And this is where the low health bars don't really matter any longer. He wants to trade, but it's an AWP for an AWP. There's no assault rifles available for him. And already 2/3 of the timer on the bomb have gone down. The fuse is exceptionally low. Finally finds himself a rifle, but it's too little too late. He shouldn't have a chance, and Volt puts him down. Second OT coming up.
You would have thought that with how AMKAL were playing it back in regulation, this map would have been over an ancient history a long time ago, but no. Red room blocked off. Mid-smoke plumes. AMKAL waiting for an opportunity to respond. Crad sets himself up with the underhand HE to break it and take the peek. Head removed from Slend. It's a big frag to find. The scalp of a player that has made the difference for GamerLegion round in, round out. The AWPer, though, caught sleeping. Doesn't clear the angle. Didn't expect Snacks to be so deep inside of Cave. And Crad, again, gets bested by Andu's aggression on ramp. The numbers are dropping. Travis, he's been the hero time and time again for AMKAL, but can't cause issues this time. Just 2 frags before he's sent packing. We're into the 2v2 scrap. A defense of the B site again for GamerLegion. Can they withstand versus Estine? He's the only one left. Peppering bullets, they're lining up, but they double up for the frag, and Volt reinstigates the power of GamerLegion.
His number being picked multiple times. Andu's had a really good overtime. Up to 24 kills. Forrester caught with a grenade out. But nearly 100 as a parting gift, and Crab doubles up with the M4 spray. Slend does answer back, but the bodies hitting the floor will be favoring AMKAL. Slend and Flammus remain.
The peak for info. Just as the smoke plumes, Icy gets the info from his teammate as Forrester comms that across. Peeks inside of Cave, hits a decisive blow. And it has been both of the AWPers having show-stopping performances here on Ancient. A quick glance at the radar for Icy. Information given from Slend. He drops the Molotov, tries to backpedal towards middle, but runs straight into his maker as Forrester hits him with the M4. Maybe, we'll see. That's how crazy things can get here in OT CS2. For now, though, we'll stick with something a little bit more basic. Early fights towards the ramp. Andu, he keeps doing this, Vince. He finds entry after entry. Crad claps back, and already it's a 1-for-1 trade. One-man deficit for AMKAL that could be more of a problem, as Snacks might just have his number. Walking up with the timing, he's got the pin pulled on a HE, but recoils at just the right time to get away.
Uncharacteristic by Snacks, snatching out an opportunity there. He's typically so calm and collected in those positions. Actually takes damage because of it. Just shy of a minute on the clock. GamerLegion have plenty of real estate up in middle. They've Molotoved off Forrester, forcing out the smoke. There's going to be HG behind that. Forrester wrecked down to 25 again. He's a magnet for these grenades every single round. And they've managed to wrap around the back of Red as well. That's going to put more pressure on Crab, but he passes with flying colors. Deals with Volt and falls back to the safety of ramp, where he has Icy to play with.
Oh, the battle's not going their way, though. They lose out on both of their 1-for-1s. The walk up from Snacks inside of Donut. Both of them looking away at the wrong time. They're going to walk into one another. Forrester's got 21 HP, but off angle is all that matters. Catches him off guard. Slend has to drop the scope and grab the AK. Time is ticking. 10 seconds on the clock as he begins to punch in those digits and get the bomb planted. They find the pickup on Icy. And this goes from what could have been a clutch round for AMKAL to now a nightmare for Forrester. 25 HP. The AK in his hands. Slend looking for the scrap but loses on the duel. The HP doesn't matter if you get one bulleted, and he charges. Thunderfoots into the site. Time ticking away. Bomb halfway gone already. Has to tap it. Needs to draw the face. The T's already dropped out of Temple. Finds the lineup and hits the headshot. 3 frags for Flammus and a round for GamerLegion.
Onto the alcove. I mean, he has to sit pretty in the donuts instead. Looking to explode out of this with the smoke alongside it. Double player stack in there. Flammer spray through the smoke. Tons of damage. That's a headshot onto Crad. Can't finish him off, but that is so valuable.
defense. I was going to say that's unconfirmed chip damage, but it doesn't matter when you've got a Snacks on your team. Taking huge blows. Oh, so much damage done on the response, but it's Crad who just plays patiently. Baiting them in, outside of the smoke. They walk through, give up the goose, 2 frags dropped. In a round where you had it in the palm of your hand. Now you're in a really buff spot. You've got the backstab from Crad. No one's looking here. Timing's going to work out for him to strike on a first. Gets the smoke off to isolate Andu as well. If Icy can set himself up and get a read on things, they could be okay. But here's when the problems arise. Crad, as good as he's been, it needs to be an ace clutch. Oh, he's walking in. He's taking the peek. Andu doesn't know, but he'll turn and salvage it. They're even posturing off Snacks. He's going to start to backpedal. Meanwhile, the entire team, the Barbarians at the gate, are waiting for this push-up ramp. The timing on Flammus, it goes wrong. Had a smoke in his hand, so he can't respond to the ramp hit. They spot the second as well. Travis again erupts. A missed shot from Icy gives them space, but that just means they get close to the rifles, and they finish off the job. Slend trapped at Red Room. If this would have been 19 for GamerLegion, they could have closed it here. Instead, it should be a 17th round for Amcal, as Slend is trapped.
Naded, mollied, shot from every conceivable angle, and the Hungarian will meet his demise to the shrapnel. Pick up the pace just a little bit. Estain leading the charge up. There is a smoke in his face. Molotov's tossed out as well. HE behind it on Snacks, but no one's pushing. It does give them a little bit of space to work off, though, and allow Snacks to get in position. The flash, though, does nothing through mid, and Crad meets his demise. Andu, while fully flashed, is going to get traded out. But has the damage already been done? GamerLegion find themselves in a 4-on-3. And although the T's have taken control over B, they still haven't dealt with Cave. But they do extinguish Flammus on long and force them back with smokes and Molotovs.
Travis and Icy have been playing a big game, but problems happening. Oh, you can't afford the mistakes at a time like this. The response back as they run in towards the site. Snacks with the final pickup, the defuse from Slend, and they're able to end the never-ending game of Ancient. And we'll see how things are going to carry into this pistol round. Who's going to be doing most of the work? As there's potential for Icy to get quite gory, Vince. Dooley's in a prime-time angle. Ooh, the warning shots are whizzing straight by, but he now knows where Andu is and takes him down. Oh, the backstab as well from Crad, and he's got all the info in the world.
Yeah, this is looking great to start things off. Amcal, but things are starting to fall flat. Volt is putting down the pain. With the Glock, another one through the smoke before Forrester can retort. But it's a 3-on-2 and then a post plant on top of that one. Both CT stuck behind the smoke. No flashes or anything to play with either. And they're going to looking for a boost. Oh, it's so cheeky from Snacks. He nearly gets away with it. Dropped down to 29, but still alive.
Oh, Snacks waiting for the CTs to come swinging in. No one clears the angle. Snacks plays his card and Flammus assists as the Glock takes 2. Crad looking for the fight down the ramp early. The utility could be the big talking point, but there's no time to use it. Flammus! Oh, he's cleared these angles before. Knows the pre-fire, but no one clears sandbags. Ah, they've had the wool pulled over their eyes, Vince. And it's Forrester that's waving bye-bye.
Huge double. The thing is, though, it should still favor the T's. In theory, because it allows them to hound down on the B site. It's effectively a 2v1 for a few more moments, but now the cavalry's arrived, and Travis, a howitzer, blasting away 2 of the T's. Slend all by his lonesome. HE up and over, decent damage, but it's not going to do anything to dethrone either of these 2. The spray for the first. I thought for a second he transitioned across to the second player.
You go on to lose that first map. He's been playing absolutely demonic CS with some of the shots he's connecting, the way that he's posturing himself into a lot of these rounds. Nice run boost, good movement for the fast peak down the ramp. Nothing gained from it, but the elevated angle towards B, with once again Travis being the man, opens it up.
Twists and turns left in this next minute and 10 seconds. They've also boosted up Flammus up close on the wooden panels, taking a ton of damage, takes a headshot, great flashbang. That is perfect, and Travis is going to make the most of that opportunity. Goes down to the Molotov, but they know exactly where Flammus is on 5 HP. He's had a good start to this half, but this is surely where his life comes to an end. I say that. He clotheslines Icy out of the round. And he can do quite a bit of damage on top of this one. The economy of the CT is not ideal either. Another kill here would be worth quite a lot.
Does Crad get the info first? That's the big piece of the puzzle. Yeah, he spotted him across. Knows where he is. So low on health. The Molotov basically denies any chance of a push-up. Can't really go for the quick rotate either. I mean, 18 seconds, you're going to be dead or out of the round either way. So tries his luck on a repeat towards the stairs. Crab with the MP9.
Playing that one anytime soon again. There's not much that GamerLegion can do into this round. They got a Deagle. Oh, speak of the Deagle. And Flamus ignites it. Crad loses his head in the process.
The bomb's there as well. So late game commit. It is going to be the A hit. Best case, you get one plant. Worst case, this happens. Everyone gets sprayed away. And Volt with the Glock shuts down Icy. So 2 casualties there. But a round nonetheless for Amcal CT side.
5ing on 1 HP.
Don't think he's going to be alive for very long though. This time, you can see him. Ooh, does take a fair bit of damage from the molly at least. 2 ticks over towards stairs. But that's 1 member of GamerLegion taken off the board. If he got out, even with a single hit point, he could still be presence on the map and used to trade. So ooh, it works out pretty well for him. Icy with a wrist breaker. Fast flick, tucks his head straight back down as well to make it awkward to hit his head hitbox. And backpedals towards the side. Last, the utility being dropped towards Volt, so Andu could just focus on his fragging. But there's 2 defenders here. The smokes will buy you a bit of time and some space, sure, but it's about finding tags, and they eat that HE.
That's so much damage inflicted off that $300 investment. 20 seconds left, and Forrester is funneling his way into 2. Crowd finalizes, and I think we can put a lot of those doubts as to Amcal's intentions in this map.
And just winning out in a lot of these opening duels. Also just so much damage from utility. GamerLegion left really soft in a lot of these rounds. Just from the early chip damage. Oof. Icy was even trying to set himself up for the pick towards the backline there after seeing them over the top of the smoke, but his teammates just do his job for him. Volt tests the waters at middle. Off angle, cheeky headshot. S-Time just playing for the boost rather than the full commit where you can be seen from mid-side. The reposition, not going to work. Volt shocks him. Doesn't have to commit to it either. He can posture off, walk out of mid. Resmoke from the T side as Slend wants to give Snacks a passage out. Or a potential passage to push up and make a play on this one.
Icy delivering again. Pressure swelling, and this is off the back of that tactical timeout. Doesn't seem to have changed any fortunes around. Nothing significant, at least. Flashbang up and over, detonates a second too late. Nandu's life is being forfeit alongside Slend. Travis has been a fortress over on the B side, and Crad will finish off the rest. Only 1 casualty. It started pretty grim on the side of Amcal, but they bounce back with authority. Push, GamerLegion.
And then actually take the fight when they get towards the top of the round. This boost, timing on that. Luckily pulls away just as Flamus gets the inkling of it and clears towards the boost angle. So a stalemate in the fight, but the first frag is picked up. That's on B as well. That's Travis that's always been a problem. And the bomb's here on the back of Volt, Vince. Oh, Icy with a flick gets 1. How much more can he do?
Safe for the time being. There's no HGs or incendiaries to flush him out right now, so Forrester can bolster up behind the back, and Icy flicks in for another one. Flamus hits the dirt before Slend finally bounces back, but Forrester sees him off, and Snacks with 10 seconds couldn't have any impact even if he wanted to. Instead, he's holding on to the AK. It's yet another round, not yielding a post plant, and this time they dealt with the boogeyman Travis, and they still couldn't get it done. Right?
Right? Like, you know what I mean? It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know what's happened to them. Slend gets the AWP again. He can try and make a bit of a play here. All right, nice. He actually does hit the shot and look for the entry. That's Travis as well, Vince. It's one of the few times they've got the pick up into B. Icy's there, though, and he's always a problem.
Now, we're seeing some signs of life, but in the dying embers of the first half, will 3 be enough to play off? Unlikely. The craziest things have happened. Crad, using the smoke, pushes directly into it, but a maze of bullets finally finds him. However, Dame has found the bomb.
Oh dear.
But he only has 23 HP.
Alright, luckily, no shenanigans. Oh, an Amcal. Trying their luck. I love this one, especially if they go for the elevator push off the back of it. When you go for the 4-man out through mid, you've got Crad with the util as well. You can smoke off on the boost, ignore that, go straight towards A site. Slend, he's got the right read of the round. Go for the cheeky pop flash over. They go straight in through the window though and want to overwhelm Vince, and it's getting a little bit messy.
Oh, but Slend's not landing anything, man. Like, he had multiple opportunities to lock down this window position, and here is the outcome. You sold your teammates down the river, and Amcal will collect. Flamus gooshed on the approach down to 20 and finished off by Dame, but Slend had opportunities there. He had a good 5 or 6 shots.
He said, look guys, Snacks really doesn't like heights. It's making him feel a little bit queasy. Can we just get this one over with?
That sucks for Snacks because he's massive. Like, every day must be a nightmare. He's like 6'6" or something. Staring down at the ground, just scared. Perpetually scared.
It's like that interview with the Mountain, where obviously he's just so big. And I remember there was an interview where they asked him, like, is there any practical reason to being like this huge and this muscly? And he just went, no, I'm just tired every day. Ooh, Slend put to sleep if he was tired on that one. Flamus, though, he's trying to have a wheelie good time on the site. Let's see if he can do some damage back. Backs off towards CT. Got back up from Snacks. I mean, he's there. Fighting through the pain. Ooh, shut down by the Galil, though. And this could be just what the doctor ordered for Amcal. If they can win it out in the 2 versus 3, scratch that, just a 2-on-2, they can make it to map point here in the second.
Oh, I see, get shut down, though. They were not expecting Travis. He misses his chance with the spray. And so GamerLegion do get themselves a 4th round. It will be a comfortable rebuy on the side of Amcal post-plant. But yeah, there were opportunities there. Like, Amcal really probably should have won that round. I mean, I see if he just gets one, Travis would have had the last player dead to rights. They had no idea he was still in the back room. Which is quite surprising considering that he did frag one of their teammates like literally 5-6 seconds beforehand. But maybe they were anticipating that he'd already darted back to the site.
11-4 though. Really quite a rough state of affairs for the CT side. And it only goes bad to worse as well, with Slend being struck down by the Galila Forester to open up the 16th.
Oh, Volt with a good parting gift for the frag. They nearly lined up. Volt is going to get another. 3 take on 2, but Amcal have tons of time left on the clock and 2 players moving up middle. And you know how you said it would probably be better for Amcal to finish this off quick. I'm not sure if that wouldn't be the same case for GamerLegion. Like, it's getting late for a lot of these players. It's sort of 11 PM, maybe even later. And so maybe dial in that energy for the 3rd map. The timing there is so unfortunate for Dame. The second he looks down, he gets peeked. To rush through and bridge the gap. At this kind of range with the M4, you're going to have the advantage all day, every day. But we did see when the tables were turned that Flamus had a lot of impact with that lone deagle. Got 2 picks up on ramp. Already tagging Snacks down, but Flamus doubles up his kills alongside the M4. And that is going to be a closed case. A 4K for Flamus. Having those stats in the anti-eco, but
to work with. So let's see. How long can they hold out on their CT side? Is it just delaying the inevitable? Or is it them actually finding a way back into the game? Volt here, trying to do his best Travis impression. Ooh, and it's against the main man. Always love that Molotov. It ruins you if you're on the close angle because you take 2 ticks minimum on the getaway unless you start running before it lands. Travis, cheeky HE as well, lands perfectly on white box. Oh, it's the masterclass of the util, Vince.
yeah, it's a perfect grenade for the white box. A lot of people play back at the pillar at the back of the site. But this time, because GamerLegion have been so aggressive up on these B holds, really cool call. And just like that, I mean, they have a real advantage. They may not realize that Flamis is as low as 29 HP. There's a chance of them making inroads here and just finalizing this round and putting themselves one giant step towards that third map, which will be Nuke. HE up on middle. That's going to use some damage, and the follow-up is there from Slend, who gets 2. And that could be the difference maker, the ace up the sleeve that GamerLegion were looking for.
That single flash gives you so much more in terms of options. But time is the problem. They need to instantly get that bomb planted, and they're paranoid about the peak. Travis goes for the jump over. Luckily, head isn't seen. He can get it down just as the molly comes in. Oh, no getting away though. And Forrester is now thrown into the clutch. 1 versus 3. Holds true. Aiming towards the exit. Looking for the run out from CT. They want to peek together, but it only takes one man as he gets flammed.
Kind of works, right? Sort of.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, I think if you put the emphasis on it, it's all right. I think if if we went for the he's been flamused, it probably doesn't work unless he had a Flamus.
I think not. And by the way, GamerLegion have been slowly chipping away at this lead. I would say we're at a point where the comeback is potentially on, and of course, as I say that, Travis takes Andu and flushes him away. A real chance. They only had the 1 rifle coming into this, but Travis has got 2. Oh, the casting curse is real.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this, Vince. You've just sold GamerLegion a horrific round to have to contend with. 3 versus 4 on a retake at the B site with limited utility to boot. It's not going to be very clean for them at all. The main man himself, Big Flamus, up on top. Looking for those frags, looking for a way to carve a path for his teammates. Then takes so much damage on the peak. That's actually Snacks that goes down. But Flamus with 2 pickups. Time's the problem though. They've got to go fast. Only S-Time left. Tech 9 in his hands, but he's just got to buy time. He's just got to delay and find a pickup. Oh, there's no body block and it all goes wrong. The Tech 9 ruins them. And S-Time runs away with a 1v2. The tech on deck and the technique pays off. Travis. Oh, he knows all the lineups for the mollies. A master of the B site. Makes it so awkward to play on the close angle and fight for control of the stairs. Crad as well. Silences Snacks. Cuts him out of the round and potentially out of the game. At least there is a Flamus towards the sandbags. For Vince, 4 on 4. It's going to favour Amcal. They can play off of this. You can play for trades, man.
You can. Time itself is working against GamerLegion at this stage. If they were to fully invest a rotation through at the worst moment, they could be found and fragged because Travis is watching the cross here. From more of a deep passive angle, the smoke may afford them luxury to push forward. They knew there were some nades in the hands for a few moments, and they finish off Andu. There's a player at the back of the pillar that may go unchecked. Volt has the keys to this round in his pocket. And Slend is making sure that he remains unknown, untenable. Volt's now going to make moves in. Needs to shut down Icy before he gets another kill, and he'll do just that. GamerLegion keep themselves in this.
Can they keep it going round in, round out to somehow drag this into another OT? They're 1 map up in the series, winning it in double overtime there on Ancient. Now here on Vertigo, we're 21 rounds in, 12-8 being the scores on the doors. Slend looking down, playing for the information, wants the extra sound cues there, looking in the direction of where they'd be coming from with the vertical positioning of the audio. Meanwhile, the fragging is being found at middle. Volt picks up an initial frag, softens them up. It's a 1-for-2 trade. Forrester goes the same way as he goes into the crosshair of Andu, and it's S-Dime and Crad left. They've got an AWP and an AK. Ooh, don't give them a fighting chance in this one. Uh-oh, problems occurring towards CT. Crad swings in with a quick pick. And it's down to a 1v2, but they're nowhere near each other. Isolated fights, and he's got an open B bomb site. The problem is, though, bombs all the way back towards spawn. Minute on the clock, how's he play this?
And shortly, Slend has seen the bomb, right? Like, he's just holding in position. So 45 seconds, but I'm pretty sure they know the bomb is here. And Snacks has no reason to move out into the open and give his life away for free. So it should be a lockdown here. Yes, Crad has done a really good job of fighting his way into this round. He's got 2 into it. He's running straight into the gaunt. Oh, God. I thought for a second he was going to just shank Slen straight in the forehead there.
Years ago, past the ancient times. This is Vertigo, Vince. It's different. It's 50 floors up. The high altitude can get to you. Can they keep their composure with all those additional factors? And Snacks, coming alive in this round, he might be the saving grace. He might have to be, because they've already found pickups back. Travis comes alive with a double up, and at this point, it's Slend and Snacks left.
Slend needs to make sure he doesn't get caught from the left-hand side. He's just making sure the right side is clear. Flashes continually raining into the site, and the flick's not there. Snacks, other side of the map. It would seem that Amcal are lifting the curse and dialing in a nuke to come around the corner as a third map decider, barring a miracle Snacks. It would be one of the best plays of his entire career, and that is saying something, as the guy certainly has a clutch or two in him. You have to move through the smoke into the firing squad of Estame, Icy, Travis, and Forrester, and time is so low, it's not going to happen. Nuke, we will move into a valiant attempt of a comeback, but this time it was just a little bit too much to ask for.
So the hype on the second map. 50 floors up, he was doing damage. But what can he get done here? In the outback of Cedar Creek, looking for the early opener, but it's Forrester that puts the bullet straight to the brain. Double up as well, controlling outside. And the rest of the GamerLegion squad funneled off. If they wanted to go for a hit towards ramp, they've been sent packing. It's Snacks, Slend, and Volt. Single flashbang. That's going to be in the hands of Snacks. P250 for Slend with armor as well. If you can set him up to find a pick from range, that's where that weapon will be at its best.
Flashing themselves into a bit of aggression, going to try and crunch round into lobby. At range right now, there is a chance of Forrester, but it's gone begging. Nailed at range from the P250. Slend is going to even the odds once more. GamerLegion beginning to run out of time, though, considering that they still haven't fully on sight.
It's time as well, isn't it? That's the real big problem. As much as this is a 3 versus 3, there's a 4th man for AMKAL, and that's the stopwatch that's above the heads of GamerLegion. 12 seconds left. You open the door. As soon as he hears that bomb going down, he can make his maneuver. Ooh, fires off the warning shots, but they actually get the plant in. Estime with 2, and it's all on Volt. Okay. Dead now, of course. Peeks back out. Hat trick as the Doolies run away with it.
Do the Spartans proud here. I would assume he's playing it on ramp. I mean, yeah, he is going to play it on ramp. It makes the most sense. You can play it outside as well, but it's exactly why it's such a powerful weapon. You get the aim straight in, get that headshot in. The recoil is pretty minimal. So you can spray, double tap. And not only does he get 2 kills, he also dinks Flammus down to just 29 HP. So single-handedly...
Minute on the clock. Forrester. If he can take these fights for free, which they were kind of giving him, actually. There wasn't much room for this swing out to trade that. Slend had to get it all done on his own. Now it changes. You've got an up-close angle for Snacks. You can put the barrel in the mouth of Travis, end that one. So even though they're low, they've got post plants. They've got the site. What should have been a really powerful play from the back of the silo with the M4 has resulted in the world's worst timing and a game of cat and mouse that gives the round through AMKAL. What on earth has happened here?
I can't fathom that you've lost Estame in ramp, and it doesn't seem to have tweaked in anyone's brain that B site could be hit. Like, AMKAL, how are you allowing that to take shape and happen? Some great entries, don't get me wrong, but like, surely AMKAL should have 2 at least players downstairs at that stage, or at least someone invents and somebody on the site itself to pivot off. So the second that Slend falls at the back of the site, or sorry, gets a pick at the back of the site, I should say, you have that instant retaliation available to you. Whatever, that's in the back, in the present. And it's going to be AMKAL bursting back with that CZ. And now he's got his reward. The AK trades hands.
Yeah, Valve trying to get a little bit more play on the CZ. They slightly buffed the kill reward on it. Obviously, after the years of it being at an all-time low due to its overpowered state when it was initially added. So he gets a tiny bit of money and an AK. Tries to fight out Snacks, diving through the windows. He's a quick man, but he's slain by the Deagle. Back at the bomb site, Flamus. Ooh, the AK spray, good for the first on Travis. Paranoid about the peek towards the double doors, and he can't deny that one. Slend, slivering out through the vents. He's got to play with patience here, play with the timing. He can peek and deny the bomb defuse. They all line up for him, trying to body block the bullets, and they do just that. The defuse is secured, and this game goes back and forth. This round picked up by the CTs, with 2 of them surviving on like 12 HP combined.
I think they double body blocked him, which kept the diffuser alive. That is absurd. Like, the second player that was blocking the body, like right up next to him, is the one that died. The player in his eyes didn't. You can see here, this player survives, but behind him died.
Oh, look at the damage done. Flamus withstands the test of time, but the bowling ball of the HE gets underneath his feet like a really friendly cat and knocks him over. Nightmare stuff. CTs then, down to a 2 versus 4. Travis with the MP9. He's pushed the whole way out, thinks he's on the T side. Crad with a backstab onto Volt as well as he tries to slip down ramp. Maybe if he can buy time, there could be something out of this, as Crad's winning all of his duels. He's taking peak after peak and adding insult to injury. You highlighted how good he's been, Vince. He's played a phenomenal round, and it's Travis, the brawn from Vertigo. He knows exactly where Snacks has gone. Spots the second. He's trying to decide how to play this. Wants to get up close, finish him off. Oh, surely not the Butcher Blade. That's not very nice. Oh, he misses it. Oh, Vince, what is happening?
Oh, Karma nearly collected. My God, I bet when he missed that, his heart skipped a beat. You just foresee like a 180 spin, no scope to the dome. Now, Snacks does have the bomb, and considering the 2 CT's positions, it can deal with this first 1v1. It's winnable. Crad goes down. He's been stellar all day for Amcal. Immediate push out in the meanwhile, though, from Travis. He has supreme confidence in his own abilities. He's not going to wait around to see what happens. He's going to take the fight directly to Snacks and wins out for a successful defuse. But there are a couple moments there where it looked like GamerLegion were in prime position to take it. Bare minimum 20 kills each time they played it. He's a player that likes to go around the entire map with the AWP. He'll typically play it in ramp a lot, get aggressive into lobby. He was so good when we watched him back to the Copenhagen RMRs.
He was. He came alive massively in a lot of their Nuke games. Don't know if we'll get much of a chance to strike at the minute, though. It's an outside hit. Oh, God, Crad out of ammunition. The HE should blow him away. Ooh, tags him, but he barely stays alive. 3 HP to his name. Backpedals. Again, these are scrappy, uncomfortable rounds. Slend looking to create an entry path. The spray down from Travis tackles 2. And Slend replies, keeping his teammates alive in a 2-on-2 clutch attempt. Bomb being planted. Flamus walking out on her. He's got a backstab for free here, but look at the timing. Icy walking up by the vending machine. He gets baited to look towards the right-hand side. That should be the backstab from Icy. All off with the contact on his teammate. And hook, line, and sinker, they'll take a 5th.
Nice 6. Crad already there alongside Forrester, I believe it is. Looking real good right now, Amcal, actually. Withstanding the pressure. At least this time, though, GamerLegion are getting some bomb plants. That wasn't the case on Vertigo. So they got some minor improvements to be a bit more excited about.
More than anything, it's actually kind of a slower default that's being played out from GamerLegion here. They're just going to post themselves on angles, see if you push into them, and look for contact from that. Drawing out utility, obviously the name of the plan. And Flamus, ooh, close angle in the smoke. The shenanigans pay off. Finds the pick on ramp. The reposition from Crad. Comes over with the AK. He backpedals. Gives them space, so they've got ramp control. We can still make a lot out of this round. Minute and 12 seconds on the clock. You don't have to commit. And they're going to posture off, walk back towards lobby side. Obviously, Snacks died initially outside, but he did get the read on where Icy is. And Icy's repositioned towards the A site now, focused on Squeak.
Once that smoke clears, though, Icy's going to be feeling very confident indeed. And GamerLegion decide against it. HE tossed in for good measure. They're forcing them back into the ramp side, but Forrester's timing could not have been worse. And now Crad, Mr. Incognito for a few moments. We couldn't see his profile picture or anything. He's going to go down into the abyss alongside Travis. Whoa, oh, double with the Tech 9. That is so brutal.
This is...
Oh, Icy heading the smoke. You can see how sort of versatile and adaptive and fluid he is with the AWP, though, wanting to peek outside aggressively in a very narrow angle. Trades back and forth. Famasto sprays down. And can now trade up to the M4. This fast hit is backfired completely for GamerLegion. Molotov's not going to do anything. I feel like they're going to have to get Slend with the AWP out there sooner rather than later.
Oh no! Volt! He's dropped his spaghetti everywhere towards main. Icy's got the fork, and it's got a scope attached. Spots him coming around, Crab with a peek from Hut. Peppering off the bullets, can't quite commit to the kill. They drop it into a 2v2. The AWP fires off the warning shot, but that's all it is, a mere warning, and he's still paranoid about Heaven. But they're down cold on the ground, ready for the fight. They're teasing him with a ladder, the audio cue, throwing him off. He now knows the location of both players, but he's got to make a snap decision. Flicks onto S-Dime, but it's no connection on the kill. It's just the tag. Icy drops in. It depends, mate, you know? Sometimes the food just keeps getting away from you. It rolls about. Don't judge me, Vince.
All right. Oh, West Dame. He's got chances, opportunities. Nice first frag. Clean. He can stay alive here. Another kill will be huge, but Molotov on top of the bullet's going to seal the deal for his fate. And now the T's do have some serious control. Early doors in the round, downstairs on the B site. And Icy is there with the AWP. Slow peeking, and Icy snatches the life of Slend away.
Oh, Volt. Doing his best Bruce Willis impression. Now he knows what a TV dinner feels like. 2 frags to his name. Teasing them. Audio cues on the ladder. Walking up with the timing. Oh, nearly the flick. Almost got the adjustment shot off. Would have put him in a 1v1.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's time for Die Hard 2. As GamerLegion, every time they die, they come straight back. And Slend, with vengeance, does strike Vince. Gets the pick up this time. He's got the main character energy for the opening frag. It's one of the few times, actually, as well, he's been able to go in for like a bold swing with the AWP and get a pick. He's played kind of passive angles, and he's been missing some really uncharacteristic shots as well. I don't know if it's just the length of the series, like the fact we are getting quite late into the night now, like, let's be real, but...
I'm making moves down on the ramp side, and it is bereft many CTs. Other than Icy, who is going to punish Farmers for that slow peak. He's been getting some entries, not quite as much as we saw on Vertigo. And of course, Nuke, an entirely different ball game altogether. And Travis, who may post up one, it is a one and done. Icy now from the heavens is going to smite down onto Snacks, but now from the shadows, Estain will strike. Tries to switch across to the M4, but gets caught in transition. And Volt punishes him. A surge towards the site.
Have a lot of stock in. We'll see though. We won't count our chickens before they've hatched here. Round 12's gone live, 7-4. Slend back outside, but it is Flammers. You mentioned his name previously. There was like one round to note where he found a couple of nice entries and gave them away into Secure One. Other than that, not been that much impact behind a few of the frags that he's found.
Travis deciding to push through for that lobby crunch. Has Estain by his side. They bait and switch, but it is Flammers who holds down the Galil. Those extra 5 bullets in the magazine proving so valuable And GamerLegion clean up the rest. A 7-5 half.
Second half pistol then. You always love to see this, the double Julie drop. It is the classic. Get those hand cannons in play and let the cowboy pistols sing. Uh-oh. Andu had a fighting chance to farm up the frags there. Instead, he's just hung out to dry. Teammates quick on the rotate. Are you ready to fight for control room? Because Icy's coming around the corner. Flamus, he's handy with the double pistols and will pop off at least for one. Teasing them as well as he opens up the doors. Wants to go for the peek in. But S-Dime connects on the Glock.
Snacks and Slend. And that's all in the IGL. They know where he is. They've seen him in control room. They're going to swarm him anytime now. He has to run away back into the vents, but there's going to be no retreat. No reprieve. This would be a huge catalog of errors if Amcal were to run into him one by one, but with no kits, there should be no hope, and Estain from below is going to strike him anyway. Pops a bullet to the noggin.
And they can play patiently on this one. Keep their distance. They're going to understand that it's a low econ weaponry round, so don't walk into the Deagles. Don't walk into the Deagles. As Andu hits the head of Travis, and they're giving him fighting chances. They want to keep swinging on this. He understands there's a player underneath running up with the MAC-10 as well. That's Crad looking to farm up the cash. Max strikes onto one, misses the follow-up. He's trying his luck, Vince. He's going to set off the fire alarm, but that's all he can do now.
I'm amazed they actually charged into ramp when you surely have a good read that it's a potential bait and switch. Like, you've lost a lot of players here. Even if you do win, which obviously should happen, you know there's a bye coming up into the next round. So it felt like a bit of an unnecessary risk. I suppose also the thought process, to go back to what we were talking about before with Snacks utilizing the scout, is that obviously as an IGL, he would rather have a read of the situation and call for his teammates when they need to push for a lobby crunch or maybe to go to B or something like that. So it allows him to be the puppet master a little bit easier.
So yeah, man, I think at this point, fair play to them. You know, even if it is a little bit of an upset on paper, just for the brand value in some instances, AMKAL fought hard for it and would deserve it if they close it out, especially with how this man's been playing. Travis again gets the job done. Flamus, thriving in the chaos, but eventually comes to an abrupt end. And it's on Icy and Crad. Slend with a fade. Let's hope he doesn't fade out of existence on this one. Peeks around the corner, breaks the ice, and leaves it all on Crad.
With that slow peek. Faked out the shot, but it's more where that came from. They had the ultimate setup, the ultimate crossfire, and Crad couldn't do much about it.
Was close to closing this one down. Round 17. About a minute on the clock. Snack's going to be forced off by the molly. He's got to go ahead of it or further back. Tucks himself off towards the right-hand side, but took 2 ticks, leaving him on 64. And he'll be stuck there. They can get close and look to take this one down. Oh, they do take Snacks to his grave, but Flamus spams through the smoke with the intuition. Oh, tag onto Forrester as well. So nearly a double up.
Tons of damage dished out by Flamus in this round. Walk into Icy, and he will punish. He's not going to anticipate Andu in this position. He was lulled into a false sense of security after nailing the AWPer of Slend. It happened in the previous, back on Vertigo, and it's happening again here on Nuke. They weren't able to fully crawl their way back in last time, Jackie, but this is the CT side of Nuke, and it's not quite as high a deficit.
Audio cues distributed outside. Crad trying to tease them and toy with them with the sounds thrown out. Break the smoke for the peak in case anyone was lurking right by A main. They do swing into it and Flamus gets one. Drop down from Forrest is good and Snacks. Oh, he makes a meal out of it. But it's only one mouthful. 3 versus 3 then, Vince.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit sketchy, isn't it? Travis from behind snatches the life of Andu. Puts him into the underworld for the time being and then decides to trickle himself downside on the B. Bomb site. Vault stuck in the smoke of main. Trying to be sneaky, but no one's there to deal with him at range. The M4 is going to triumph over the Julies every single time. Vault now. He's had a good map. but he's not in the right position to thwart this push. He's going to try and rummage around the back of ramp and catch them off guard. But as soon as that bomb gets planted, it's an extra set of eyeballs.
Bomb has been planted.
Opening duel, the bout towards main, with Snack spamming into the back line. Flamus being able to go 1-for-1 on the close quarters engagement.
Went for the save immediately. Makes a big difference. The problem is, if they can't get it done with a full rifle buy against basically Julies and Deagles, like, what chance do they have when there's a full weaponry up against them? Well, Slender's going to give them an opportunity. Dispatching of Crad quickly into the round and putting Amcal on the back foot.
I thought it had all gone wrong when the first shot, I don't even think, was fired off from Slend when he took the peak round. Quick switch slightly too early on the readjustment, but he was still able to hit the follow-up. Make sure he secured the tag and bag on Crad. He's coming across to his teammates. The outside is relatively easy to get past. I mean, Slend's watching an angle into main, but that means he has limited information for the lower site. So they're on deck now. At what point does the penny drop, Vince? 37 seconds on the clock.
It might be when the first body drops or when the bomb gets planted. I mean, GamerLegion seem oblivious to this right now. Amcal moving down. Is this just a free plant? A free plant? And you look at the utility on the side of GamerLegion, like, they have no HEs, no Molotovs. And they've only got one kit. But they have at least picked up a second casualty. It gives them some wiggle room.
Flamus with a pre-fire. Lays out Travis. Forrester has to go huge. He's trying to play anti-flash on the angle, but Andu's already run in. Oh, he's outmaneuvered him. And they jump on a bomb. S-time. He's going to be spotted by Flamus. Surely should be fragged. The old bait and switch on the defuse, but he can't deny it this time. Volt will be able to secure that one. Unorthodox round. Really awkward in some moments, but a round for GamerLegion nonetheless.
He has the keys to victory in his pocket. If he can find the timing, if he can find the window of opportunity, but he's completely bypassed them. This could sell completely incorrect information. The outside is clear. I'm not sure he has any idea as to them pushing outside.
All the info in the world, but none of it going to help you now, as they're already down secret. T-Roof player does him in as well, and finishes that one off, staying alive into the round. Flamus seeing if he can at least try and get a bit of a backstab off here, work out where exactly they've gone. As the bomb's now planted, site control is theirs. Amcal, this is your match point. This is your series point. Flamus, hang on a minute. He's got behind them all. No one clears inside the vent. Crad goes down, follows up the frag onto Travis as well. And this is Flamus' world. We're just living in it, Vince. Unloads with the M4. Makes a world of difference. That might have just saved the bacon of GamerLegion, as Forrester can't get him off the defuse.
What is this game? It's so wacky. I have no idea how the hell Flamus has managed to get himself downstairs. Like, I know we went through secret. A lot of question marks. What we do know is that Flamus has dialed in 23 kills on this map. And has had a solid series. Barring that first map, he's been on point. 110 ADR. Andu pushing straight through the smoke. Nails 2 frags and only loses 28 HP in the process. As clean as you like. And just what GamerLegion were hoping for. It seems like AMKAL are now running out of steam. Running on fuse. As once again the finish line comes up into their vision.
Snax' squad going to the semi-finals. Champion of Champions for Global Finals. Or is it AMKAL that will drag us kicking and screaming into overtime? Forrester already gets kicked in the face. Travis, your big name player, taken out. Andu trying to overcompensate, wielding the AWP like a shotgun. Up close towards the ramp entry. Goes 1-for-1. And there could be cracks, there could be opportunities. Crad gets himself down secret. He'd be facing Flamus in a head-to-head. Slend, the other AWPer, he's just holding deep through hut. And ramp control's compromised. A lot of ifs and buts in this round, Vince. Round 24 could get hairy.
Questionable decision for Andu to continue to push in there, but Flamus, the man on point, the man on fire, gets doused down by Icy and extinguishes the flames. of the hot streak that may have bought Snacks enough of an opportunity to get up close and personal alongside Vault. The Romanians had a better map here, but he has slowed down just a tad. They should be pincering in for this kill. The first frag goes in their direction. But the player up close is Forrester, and he gets nailed immediately. All the pressure, the weight of this best of 3 in the semi-finals on the shoulders of the IGL of Amcal. And although Crowd has been good over this series, he should just be choked out of this one now. The post-plant ripping through, time now being diffused. And although he tries for a crazy spray, he gets peppered down by the Tech-9, and GamerLegion secure the semi-final spot.